Whew. What is up, Fleet Feeders? Coach Nate here. I'm gonna share with you my favorite stretch. In fact, I think this is the #1 stretch every runner should do. I learned it from some physical therapists and other strength coaches I've worked with over the years. It has helped with low back pain, runner's knee, with IT band issues. If you're someone who deals with that, even if you're someone who deals with overstriding, with getting faster because you can't lengthen your stride, this is gonna be such a killer stretch because it ties into hip extension and solving the issue that most of us spend a lot of time in is in this seated position. So let's get into that stretch. I'll tell you what to do, why it's so helpful, and how it's gonna help your running form. Let's dive in. Now, if you've ever done like that kind of standing runner stretch, you pull your knee up, you're gonna see the general idea of this, and this is gonna generally get your quads, but we don't get a whole lot of leverage. So we're actually gonna use a couch, a wall at home, or if you're outside. We're runners, we gotta be scrappy. Now I've taken my vest off for a little pad for my knee. What I'm first gonna do is start on all fours. I'm gonna start with my right leg. I'm gonna bring my knee pretty much all the way back to the wall. This is gonna be the most streaming version of this. Now I'm gonna show you that if this is really hard, when I get to these next sections, you can pull your knee out away from the wall. That's gonna decrease the stretch a little bit. But the first step I'm gonna do, level 1, is I'm just gonna bring this other knee forward and I'm gonna squeeze my butt and press this hip forward. And I'm gonna start to just open up my hips. Now, I'm purposely not focusing on any particular muscle, like saying, oh, this is a quad stretch, this is a that stretch, and instead focus on joint range of motion. We just wanna open up our hip, and we're going to address any tight muscle that's restricting that hip. That could be, for some of us, abdominal, it could be a psoas or iliopsoas. It could be the quads, and it's most likely a combination of all those things. Once I have this, I'm then gonna move to level 2, where now I'm in this position here. And again, hand on the ground, just working on squeezing that butt, pressing that hip forward, big stretch. A lot of you guys are gonna struggle here, that's all right. This foot's gonna come out, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is too tight. If that's you, back it off, hold this position, no big deal. But if I can do this, then I can hold for 30 seconds comfortably. I'm gonna start to pull myself up into this level 3. If you want, you could use a foam roller, a broomstick, a pad, or something for your knee here, but you're gonna try to pull yourself up all the way. Now, as you do this, again, we're focusing on the hip. Notice that my hip could not move, and I could just arch through my low back. I'm like, oh, I'm up. I've gotten up here, Nate. Not a big deal. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that you actually haven't done anything with your hip. You've just moved your back. So I want you to keep that rib cage down, back nice and straight, and I want you to pull the whole system back together, and whoo! This is now a big monster stretch for those quads. And if I can do that, this is what really helps that hip extension out the back for my running. If I'm missing hip extension, my leg has not many places to go other than out in front of me. So this leads to overstriding. If I'm excessively overstriding, my foot's on the ground longer ground impact time, more likely that my foot's gonna round in and collapse. And now I'm introducing issues with runner's knee, with IT band pain, with other types of lower leg issues, because a lot of time if I'm missing this extension, my foot tends to land this way and collapse inwards too. So just by addressing your quads, working on that, I can start to open up that tissue, make myself a whole lot healthier and open up those hips. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to hit that couch stretch every single day for the next 7 days for at least 1 minute. That's not too bad, right? You scroll the phone, you can upload your run to Strava, say, hey, good job, friends, while you're hitting your stretch for a little double dose. Remember, you can hit these different levels. First, you could just start with this level 1 position right here, spending a little bit of time. Once you have that, you could go ahead and you pull yourself up to level 2. And then again, being a nice straight back, you can get yourself all the way up to that level 3 moment. If you need to, you can pull that knee off the wall a little bit to give yourself a little bit of break. But hitting that consistent stretch, preferably after your workout, because this is a deep static stretch, or at least when you've been moving around a little bit and your body's nice and warm, is gonna be ideal. And let me know how it goes below in the comments. You will feel better. I can almost guarantee it. And keep watching, guys. We're gonna put out more videos and training. We got some great shoe reviews. We got some great training programs happening all across Fleet Feet, so make sure you check out those programs too. We'll see you in the next one.